I did a speaking event in Riverside, California. I had a couple people approach me and they're like, hey, what are some of those sayings that you have? And I said, yoga pants are a privilege, not a right. That's a big one. Yoga pants are, in fact, a privilege, not a right. There has never been an unsuccessful prognosis to any surgery performed on an athlete. Remember that one? Right? Tua Tagovailoa, he just had a procedure done in his ankle. We expect him to be back at full strength in no time. Like, no one's ever gone like, man, woo! It was a long weekend, and I get no idea what happens with this kid, right? No one ever says that. No one gets a second opinion. No one gets a second opinion on a good prognosis. Right? Mr. Gottlieb, you don't have surgery. Mr. Gottlieb, you don't have cancer. Sorry, doc. I need another opinion. You cannot fool players. Can't fool players. There are no more secrets, only facts yet to be revealed. And here's my newest, most favorite one. Most favoritist one is this. No one hates to say, I told you so. And I'll say it. I love to say, I told you so. Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback I have ever seen. And I've said that for several years now, and it's proven to be true. And I understand that you can sit there and go like, hey, Gottlieb, Tom Brady, jewelry, 6 rings. And you're not wrong. And what Tom Brady does in his quarterbacking, there's a leadership, a sustainability, an ability to not be hurt, an ability to get along, we think, with others, although there have been reports of him not getting along with Belichick in the past. I'm not going to give the organization all the credit. I'm not going to give them none of the credit. I'm not going to give Brady all the credit. I'm not going to give them none of the credit. But I do think that the idea that Brady would be Brady without that coach, without that organization, that's in fact laughable. But the point of Tom Brady being the best that we have ever seen is quite simple. Quite simple. His A game is better than anybody else's A game. I want you to consider that the Green Bay Packers had a short week. Granted, they didn't have to travel, but they had a short week. So with less prep time, playing without Devontae Adams, who is far and away his best and most consistent wide receiver, specifically in the red zone. We told you before he got hurt, is the best red zone wide receiver in the NFL since 2017. He's his guy. Without him, he pitched a near perfect game. Right? 5 touchdowns throwing, 1 touchdown running, and a couple incomplete passes. Hell, over the last year and a half, in spite of the fact last year was a disaster, wins and losses, and some production-wise, he has only 4 interceptions. Wow. He doesn't turn it over. He's athletic. He's tough. He's ridiculously accurate. He's got the arm strength to make every throw. He can move in the pocket and move the pocket and run outside the pocket. And he can raise the level of everybody around him. Don't believe me? Look at what he was dealing with over the past couple of weeks due to injuries. I don't hate to say I told you so. I love to say I told you so. Now, you may be sitting there and go like, Gottlieb, what about Dak Prescott? Well, Dak Prescott was good. But Dak Prescott was really good because of what we've always said. Aaron Rodgers has been good, if not great, whether he has a good offensive line or a bad offensive line. Whether he has his go-to wide receivers or he don't. Aaron Rodgers had a career day without his best wide receiver. Now, let's look at Dak Prescott. Whatever you think of the Philadelphia Eagles, they are in fact a below 500 team. And the 3 teams that they played earlier this year were the bottom that he lit up were the bottom feeders of the league, right? The Redskins were winless. The Giants who stink. I mean, the Giants gave up like 200 yards rushing to the Arizona Cardinals, who don't really like to run the football. That's how bad they are. And the Miami Dolphins, who stink and are also winless. Right, so you got those three teams, as well as yesterday's Eagles, who, like, okay, he was good. If you want to compare comparables, Kirk Cousins was better against the same defense. If I said Kirk Cousins, would you say pay Kirk Cousins top of the league money? Of course you wouldn't. So why would you with Dak Prescott? But the bigger point is, when Rodgers doesn't have his go-to wide receiver, he can have a career day. When Dak doesn't have Amari Cooper after the first quarter last week, he looks like just a guy. This Dallas offense is built around a great offensive line. And when you didn't have La'el Collins and you didn't have Tyron Smith, you look below average. When you have them both, you look outstanding. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you he stinks. I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's great. He's exactly what we told you he was. I hate to say no, I don't. I love to say I told you so. Okay? He is a Honda Accord. Probably a V6 Honda Accord. Okay, don't get the V4, get the V6. My mom has had a Honda Accord since probably 92-ish. She used to have an Astro minivan. Oh, she got some custom striping on the side. That was slick stuff. We used to take out that row of seats, sit on the floor. So we had like 6 dudes sitting on the floor. My dad would drive around basketball tournament to basketball tournament. That thing was gross. Red interior. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, she got a Honda Accord. And Honda Accords back then were like 20 grand and now are like 20 grand. It's really incredible. Right? Everything else costs more money. Cup of coffee is a couple bucks. A latte is like $5, but a Honda Accord is still like 20 grand. It's amazing. And they have basically the technology you need, right? They get the side mirror camera deals. They got the rear camera thing. You know, they got cruise control. They got enough bells and whistles to say they got the stuff, but they don't have all that much stuff. But they have everything you need, nothing you don't, but nothing that blows you away. Aaron Rodgers is a BMW 7 Series. All right? The ultimate driving machine. Like, I don't know, like, have you seen these things, these BMWs? They have, I used to have an Audi that would have this little screen, and you could, with your finger, draw the letter you wanted for the contact you needed, and it would scroll to those contacts. Pretty cool, right? BMW, you don't even you just do it to a camera. You just do like a D, and all of a sudden everything with a D comes up. They got all these bells and whistles that you didn't even think you needed or wanted, and you're like, damn, that's the coolest thing ever. They throw it all in there. Is it really expensive? Sure. Yeah, it's more expensive. And occasionally, it's way more temperamental. Breaks down, you're like, man, I got to take it to the Beamer dealership. It's like, man. But you know what? A Honda gets you A to B, fine. You're going to drive to Vegas? It's like 4 hours, give or take. You get behind the wheel of a 7 Series, you're like, this is the most amazing thing ever. Worth every penny. Whereas an Accord, it's motor transportation. Doesn't break down. You can drive it till the wheels fall off. There's absolutely positively nothing wrong with it. And if you put some cool rims and tires on it, you tint up the windows, you get the upgraded sound system, it's great. It's fine. You know. It's value for what you paid for it and value above your expectations. Hi, I'm Doug Gottlieb from Fox Sports Radio, and you need to subscribe to the Fox Sports Radio YouTube channel where you can hear and see me. Why not? Plus, everybody else who's awesome here in Fox Sports Radio.